Hello, everyone. Wanted to take a minute today or two and talk to you about the following book, The Dissertation Warrior by Guy E. White, who is an EDD. Um, so, this book, the goal is to incorporate this in the University of Mary's DBA program. So, I'm going to start out with this. At Mary, it's kind of easy. There is a underlying religious element at the University of Mary. There's an underlying religious element in this book. I've seen it on Amazon, and some people complained about that. So I kind of want to address that right away because that seems like something that's coming up in my world right now. I think if you choose to buy this book, and if that bothers you, I encourage you to try to put that aside. But I want to do this video for my students who will be in the DBA one day, and also others that might be thinking about this book. Some of you know me, some of you don't. Those of you that don't, I earned my DBA a few years back, and what I can say right now is I think anybody reading or thinking about getting a doctorate degree of any sort should pick up a copy of the Dissertation Warrior. Some of you are going to say, I'm going to read that thing. Here's the deal. If you embark on a doctoral journey, you're going to read a lot. The thing that I will say about this book, I broke it down in his sections. I have a bunch of takeaways from it, 39 to be exact. I think it tells you a lot of what you're going to experience. When I interview doctoral students to enroll in our program, what they always say, well, when am I going to be done? Well, how's the dissertation work? Why do people get stuck? This book does a great job of explaining all that. Is it a how-to book, how to basically write certain areas? He gives you some ideas and such, but it's not a textbook. It's definitely a book that kind of tries to explain the journey. When I finished my dissertation, I was happy, but I felt some frustration through the period of working through my doc studies. And I think I wish I would have known about this book. Would have been very helpful. Many doctoral students who find themselves in the dissertation stage feel like they're on an island and they're alone. I was one of them. Guy, in my opinion, does a great job of speaking to a lot of these things. He also speaks to family, gives you a few clues. And I feel like I'm being a salesperson for this book, but right now I am. And when I decided to do Unscripted, I wanted to do some book reviews and provide some stuff for audience who might come across my YouTube channel, whether it's my students or others. So yeah, I guess I am pushing you, pushing this book your way. Do I have to be on the record? Obviously, we know I'm a business guy. Do I have any affiliation? No. Do I know the guy? Absolutely not. It's actually a book my coworker stumbled on, and I thought, okay, this is interesting. So I took the time to read it, and I do feel it's valuable to students who are thinking about pursuing a doctorate, and also those students who are just starting. I would encourage you to pick up the book if you are even thinking about pursuing a doctorate. If you are in your doctorate already, I would again encourage you to pick it up. If you are struggling to finish, he's got some good insight here. And I could bore you to death and go away through my 39 takeaways. But I don't think that's the value. I'm just going to say it as face value for those of you who are my students who respect what I do. I'm going to encourage you to pick it up. Overall, I would give the Dissertation Warrior 4 stars. It is a great guide, and it's going to tell you a lot of things of what you're going to go through, and that's the biggest thing. A doctoral journey is like no other. So I encourage you to do it. It might be cheap insurance for those of you that are like, well, I think I want to do it, but I don't. Maybe it'll help you make that decision. Or it might be cheap insurance for those of you that, God, I would really like to do this, but I'm not sure if I can or what it takes. I think Guy does, again, a good job of explaining that to you. So I'm hitting about 5 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap it up. But hopefully, seeing value in it. And again, I'm gonna give a little plug for his book, The Dissertation Warrior by Guy E. White. Says it, the ultimate guide to being the kind person who finishes a doctoral dissertation or thesis. So I think pick it up. Highly recommend it, even if you're not one of my students. And I'll even admit, building University of Mary's DBA program, I actually took a couple pieces out of this, so maybe I'll reach out to him one day. But anyhow, again, wanted to give you a book review, and if anybody stumbles across this, encourage you to get it. Those of you that don't know me or even students and like I haven't convinced you, I get that. Feel free to hit me up in the comments. You got my email. Email me. I'll try to get back to you. Comments as soon as I can. But if you'd like to discuss it further, let me know. All right.